Hello to all my lively ladies. You're very welcome to today's essential strength exercises, and these are our body shaping moves. Right, let's get going now with our workout. Our warm-up. I'm just sweeping the arm up in front and keeping the legs moving at the same time. That's going to bring the heart rate up first. Now I'm pretending I'm sweeping like something like water or something heavy out in front of me here to engage those muscles in the chest and the upper body. Lift it up and lift. Reach it up and lift and lift. Let's do 4 and 3. Change up the move now, 2, and this is your last 1. Okay, march it out. Let's do an upright bench press. Now we're going to do bench press today, but we're heading down to the mat. If you don't want to come down to the mat, just do an upright bench press like this. Now unfortunately you will have to drop down your weight. It's just with the nature of 2 dumbbells coming out in front like this, it's stressful on the lower back. When you're lying down on the floor, you have the floor there as support. If you don't want to do that, maybe you've done it recently, you can just do sweeping across the body, chest adductions, keeping the legs still now here. We're not moving the legs, we're just moving the legs here for the warm-up. Let's do shoulder press now. Up and up. Another good alternative is you can try push-ups. They're a great exercise for the chest. They are down on the floor, but just in case you don't want to bench press, push-up is another good one. Lift and lower, lift and lower. 4 to go. 3, 2, and last 1. Okay, tap that leg out in front. Let's introduce a little bit of inner thighs here. Now this is a couplet workout today, so if you're not familiar with that, it's just 2 exercises. Repeat it twice, and we've 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rounds, making it 24 minutes for the main part of our workout. Let's lift across again, sweep those arms up. This is chest adduction. And if you're going to do a strict workout, you keep the legs still. And you just lock in your hips, lock in your abs, and drive the arm across the body. And you can actually get away with a good amount of weight for this exercise. Lift it up. That's it, good. Lift and lift. Last 4 and 3, 2, last 1. Now open those legs, sit your hips down, circle the arms, drop, circle, drop and circle. I'm also going to do tricep skull crushers down on the floor today. If you don't want to do that, keep going there. Just do upright tricep extensions. You work with that today. And circle. Drop and circle. That's it, you're really feeling those glutes switching on. Little seat for anyone who doesn't want to go down into a deep squat. I do encourage you to try and get a little deeper as you squat, and if you can't, just sit down on a chair. It actually is coming up today. Sit, stand. Now I've been getting a few messages from viewers just saying they find the squats and the lunges difficult in strength workouts. So I'm introducing a sit to stand today, just for anybody that struggles with that, because it is a very, very important exercise to introduce back to your body, because we all, when you think about it, when we were babies, we were ass to grass, as they say, squatting your backside right down to the ground, and we just lose it. We lose it from sitting and bad habits over the years. So let's introduce it back to your body today if you're struggling with it. Little seat here just to get you going in the warm-up. Now a chair will give you somewhat of a depth for a squat. Let's do 2 more. But just for anyone that's been here for me for a while and doesn't have issues with it, have a little step or something that you can get down lower with, or you can just do it by yourself. You don't even need any equipment. Just squat away as you normally do. A step is quite deep. If you have something that's in between the height of a chair and a step, it'll be a little less intense than going as low as a step. Okay, all right, so many variations. Let's do a little bit of chest openers. Gotta work those chest muscles today. Pull those elbows back. That's it, good. Now, our last set is focusing on the abdominals, okay? So the first one will be standing abs. You can do it with or without a weight. And the second one is using something, again, low to the ground, like a step. If you don't have one, you can go up to a chair. A chair is a little easier now than going as low as a step. And the floor will be the advanced version. Now you can do it up against a wall as well. That's very, very basic, okay? And that's a good starting position for the last exercise. Is a knee tuck and then opposite leg over to opposite hand in plank position. So up against a wall would be your most basic version for that. Let's shoulder press now. Cross and up. Cross and up. That's it. Double time the legs a little bit to match the arms. Lift and across. This is great, really warming up that shoulder region of the body. Pull those elbows right back and you'll feel your trapezius and your rhomboid, your posture muscles between your shoulder blades working hard as well. 2 more. And last one. Let's circle those arms. Watch anything above your head here now. Circle. Keep the legs going to keep the heart rate up. Circle and circle. That's it. Good. This is a lovely stretch for the chest and the shoulders. 2 more and then we'll go the other direction. Circle in front. That's it. Good. And circle and circle. And 4 and 3, 2 and last one. Okay, let's do a few little ankle rotations. Get those calves warmed up, little bones in the feet. Gently pressing that heel down. Now I'm starting off with step ups. Very, very basic strength versus conditioning exercise. The heavier you go with your weights, the higher the step, the more challenging it will be. And then we'll head into pendulum to work the glute medius, glute minimus. And I'm going to add in a shoulder press with the pendulum. Okay, right, let's get started. Okay, now if you don't have a step, if the bottom step of the stairs works really well with this, just stepping up and stepping down. If you don't have anything, hold your weights up on your shoulders, do a knee raise, step back, other leg, just kind of try and simulate a knee raise body weight, okay? If you haven't got a step around your house or anything handy. At 12:48 is the sequence. Let's get started. Okay, have a mat, I just forgot to say, if you're coming down to the floor. Put the weights up on your shoulder for the step if you want to, or you can have them down by your sides, a little easier. Up and down. Okay, up. I'm going to actually just lead on the right for round 1 and then I'll lead on the left for round 2. Up, down and down. Now we know we're always encouraged to use the stairs rather than elevators or lifts. So straight away that'll tell you how good climbing up a stairs or a set of steps is for your heart and lungs and the strength of your legs and your glutes. Down, down, up. Keep that spine now nice and straight. I always find time goes so fast with the step ups. Great work. Round 2 now we'll switch to the other leg. Now we have our pendulum. Okay, so pendulum, put the weights back up on your shoulders and then we're going to add in a shoulder press. Okay, let's go. Reach right up and reach. And reach, good. Try not to lean too far to the side. Blow out that air. I'm really feeling this now today. And up. If you're struggling with it, you can just do leg, leg, shoulder. It might be a little easier for you. Or you can continue on with what we were doing there first. Lift up. 2. Lift up, that's very strict for the shoulders. And lift up. Now we're back to exercise 1. Okay, if you don't want too much rest, you can get going with it. and down. You do need your rest, take it. It's okay to have your rest if you need it. Some exercises you may feel you need more rest than others. Now your arms won't be tiring with the weights up on the shoulders. Just bring them down to your side. Up, up, down and down. Leading on the left leg now. Lift, lift, down and down. Good. Feel your heart rate coming up a little bit when you're stepping. That's good. Great training for your heart and lungs. Up, up, down, down. Well done. Okay, now we're back to pendulum. Get a few calf raises in here while we wait for the beep. Stretch up. Roll down onto your heel. Lift up and down. Even if you get 3 or 4 reps in, that's good. Okay, let's see how the shoulders work this round. They got a little bit of a rest just taking the weights off my shoulders for step-ups. Stretch it up. Reach it up. Try and get those arms to go right up to the ceiling there. Nice and long. If you're struggling again, legs first. Shoulder press second. Funny enough, even though it's a strict shoulder press, it feels a little bit easier than when the legs and shoulders are working together. Is it good? It's okay if you find an exercise that you're struggling with a little bit, just finding a way that will work for you. And get that shoulder in. Okay, now let's move on to our butt squeezers. I took this step out of the way. So what we're going to do next is butt squeeze for 2. We're adding in bicep curls as well, okay? All right, let's go with it. So, squeeze, squeeze, that's it. So when that leg kicks back behind you, I want you to really tense up your glute muscle, your butt cheek, contract. That's it, focus on your glutes contracting. Keep it out of your lower back. Lean slightly at the waist, but not too much. Don't fall forward. And get those curls in, those bicep curls. Curl those weights up to your shoulders. That's it, good. Finding that balance as that leg lifts and back behind you. Well done. Now we're into pec deck shoulder press. I'm just going to give my upper half feels a little bit tired today. Pec deck shoulder press. So close, open, up. All right, don't worry if you need a few extra seconds rest. If you're feeling like that, stagger the legs. And up, so close, open, and up. Just getting that rhythm there with it. Reach up. And reach up, good, come on. Reach it up, good. Reach up. Breathe it out as that weight goes above your head. A few seconds left. Well done, you did great. Okay, now we're back to butt squeezers. Just shake out the wrists. Give yourself a moment. Okay, let's get ready. Right, bicep curls. Curl and curl. Again, I'm leaning slightly at the waist here, just to allow for my leg to kick back. And lift and squeeze. Lift and squeeze, that's it, good work. Keep those elbows close to your rib cage. Breathing throughout. Breathe in, breathe out. Let that oxygen flow around the body. And squeeze. Well done. Now I want to rest out again because we've got that big pec deck shoulder press coming. Stretch out those muscles for a few seconds. And we head into set 3. Okay, let's go with it. All right, stagger the legs, it helps your back a little bit. Shoulder press and shoulder press. So close, open and up. Close, open, reach up. Close, open and reach up. Come on, get that air out to lift those dumbbells above your head. Close, open, reach. Less than 10 seconds. Stay with me, I know it's a bit of a struggle, this one. Well done. Okay, now we're into Romanian deadlift. I'm just going to leave it at Romanian deadlift today. So that's your hip hinge. Let's get into it. Hinging the hips, dropping the weights just below your kneecap and then coming in up into an upright position of the body and squeezing those shoulder blades together. Just ever so slightly. Roll those shoulders back. Squeezing out the glutes as well. Make sure you do that little hip hinge. That's it. Get those hips to go right back there behind you. And come up nice and tall. So you just have to imagine that somebody's pulling your butt cheeks with a string. Someone standing behind you, pulling you with a string so your hips hinge back behind you. Now, forgot to mention this, we've got bear crawl coming today. Up onto the chair or a step to modify. Tap out your shoulders. Okay. Lower to the floor the harder it gets. If you want to come down to the floor with me, you can go on your knees if you want to. Come down onto the floor. If you need a mat, make sure you support your knees. You can hover your knees. This makes it quite challenging. Tapping out each side, each shoulder, nice and gently. I want you to return your hand down slowly. Control the move. The whole idea of this exercise is to control the body. So don't let your hips sway once one hand lifts off the floor. Use your abdominals to control that. That's it, good. Roll your belly button in towards your spine, locking in your core. Slowly lift your hand, slowly return. Very good. Okay, coming back to that again for a second round. Now we are back to your Romanian deadlift. Okay. All right, making sure you hinge at the hips. Let's stick that rear out behind you and then come up nice and tall. And tall. And up. And I'm breathing in and out throughout the whole move. Breathe in on the way down. Breathe out on the way up. Just let the weights go just a little bit below the kneecap. You might be very flexible and may be able to get all the way to the floor, but most people do tend to round their backs if they go down too far down towards the floor. Okay, are you ready for this? Now, bear crawl. So up on the chair is your easiest option, just tapping out the shoulder. Step is another option. On your knees, just planting your knees on the floor, hovering the knees here above the floor is very challenging and is also one of the best ways to train your abdominals. You should feel your core muscles tightening up there, trying to keep the body and the spine stable. Okay, so really the best way to train your core muscles is to do exercises like this rather than crunching out the whole time. That can be bad for your discs. This is great, it teaches the body how to stabilize the spine. Tap and tap. Another good exercise for stability of the spine is rows, renegade rows. Okay, now we're to bench press. All right, just do the modifications, or the, sorry, alternatives, not really modifications, that I showed you there earlier on. Down we go. Oops. Keep the weights with you because we've skull crushers coming next. Now, so up and back down. Again, you can go up into a bridge here if you want to. It's further work for the body and the glutes in particular. I like doing a bridge when I'm bench pressing or doing tricep skull crushers. Why not while we're here? And again, reach up and down. And right up to the ceiling and back down. That's it, come on, keep squeezing those glutes. I know after so long they want to drop down towards the floor. So we've got to try, and you can do a few more if you feel like. If you want to work through your rest time, that's fine too. Okay, now we're into skull crushers. Again, come up into that bridge. Now try and get the weights to go behind you rather than in front of your face. Control that descent. Make sure you control the descent. That's it, good work. Reach it up, come on, keep that bridge for me. Feel those abdominals engaging and those glutes squeezing there. Don't let your elbows wander away, keep them close to the body. Nice straight line, parallel with each other. Breathe in, breathe out to lift the weights. Now we're back to bench press. Let's put the weights down and just give your wrists a few moments to, and watch your dumbbells don't roll away, to rest, relax. Okay, let's get going with it. Up into that bridge and out. Reach. Lift up, come on, squeeze those glutes if you're holding that bridge. Reach those weights. Again, we always have the floor here to protect the elbows, but if you are on a bench, just watch your elbows don't drop too far to either side of the bench. You don't need to stress out your joints there. Lift and lower and lower and lower. Good. Now if you need a little rest out of that bridge and your weights, just take a moment. We're into tricep skull crushers next. Okay. If you want us to just leave the bridge out of this one, if you feel you've done enough of it, that's fine. Just keep your backs flat on the floor. Drop behind you, reach up to the ceiling. It's important that we let the weights go behind the head. I think for safety reasons, it's, just not having weights coming right up above your face, but also we're bringing the muscle into a full stretch here once they go behind our head. And that's what really strengthens our muscles, bringing them into a full range of movement while we lift weights. That's why it's important. We learn to squat. You bring depth into a squat, which we'll work on. We'll start off with a chair today, but we will work on that for some people who struggle with it. Okay, now we have this lovely exercise. We need to drop down to a lighter weight though. It's the chair reaches, so pretending you're sitting in a chair. Reach up, down. Add a back row. Might as well get those back muscles in. This is a lovely exercise. Now our legs have had a little rest, so we should be able to cope okay with it here. And row the weights back. Lift, down, row. That sit to stand exercise is next. So just have in your head, what way would you like to do it? Chair is the basic option. Go lower onto a step, or just do a squat all by yourself. Lift, down, row. Okay. Right, we'll come back to that exercise in another minute or so. Sit to stand on the chair with or without weights. You can hold the weights up on your shoulder, make it harder. Sit down and stand up. Sit down and stand up. Now this is very basic. You can see that we all need to be able to sit down and stand up and keep our hips strong, keep our legs strong and your glutes. And up, drop down and up. Now, if you find this is too basic for you, you've been doing my strength workouts for a while now, you can try going a little lower, coffee table, ottoman, a little household step like I have, or just squat yourself. Great. Round 2, I'm going to go lower onto a step. Right, we're back to that lovely exercise for the back. So my step ready. Okay, let's go with it. Hinge at the hips, up, down, back row. Up, down, back row. Roll those weights, lift, down, and back row. And as you can see, this is wonderful mobility for the upper body. Reaching up nice and high, reaching down and adding in a row, squeezing out those muscles between your shoulder blades as you row. That's your trapezius and rhomboids. They are what keep our posture upright throughout the day. They work very hard for us. Let's get one more. And back row. Okay, now back to sit to stand. All right. Like I say, I'm going to go down a little. You can drop down one weight if you're going to use more depth with the sit to stand. Oops, don't miss the seat. And up, drop down, stand tall. Try and keep your spine straight as you go down deep. And just doing this exercise will teach you how to bring depth into your squat. Stand tall and up. And you don't even have to be exercising to practice these moves. If you have a coffee table, you're in your living room, throw in a few of these at intervals throughout the day, 10 reps, 20 reps. You'll really get strong very quickly. You'll notice a big difference in your strength workouts. Okay, now I'll keep my weight. We have a standing abdominal exercise next. We'll do one side, the other side round 2. This side, down and up. Okay, let's go. Now I want you to really bring the weight to the outside of your leg. Don't crack it off your kneecap. Take your time with it. You need to slow down a little bit more with this one. Find that balance. That's it. Crunch out your abdominals as the knee drives forward and the weight comes down. So my left leg now I have started with right leg round 2. We have our knee tuck coming next on the chair. If you want to do an easier version, or the wall even is easier than the chair. Well done, that's a real shoulder burn as well. Okay, going over to a wall. Tuck your knee under, bring it to the other leg, okay? Stay on one side, sorry, other hand. Chair next, step, and then floor will be the most advanced. One side only. That's it, tuck. These two will really burn out the tummy muscles. In one upright, one in plank. Drive that knee under and over. Over, tuck. That's it, really feel the abdominals crunching as that knee drives under the chest. And then over to the opposite hand. Well done. Okay. Whew, that is tough. Very tough. Okay, now we've this side to do. All right, make sure that weight's coming to the outside. That's it, come on. Lift up, drive that weight down, and up. Lift up, come on, we're doing great here. Lift up. Working those obliques, you feel that little twisting action as that weight comes down. Come on, stay strong for the last 10 seconds. Get that balance. Try again. Well done. That is a hard exercise. Maybe a lighter weight the next time. Okay, heart rate's up. Now opposite leg has to do the work here. Okay, make sure you tuck that knee under. Find that balance, under and over. Over. Good. Drive the knee under and over. Come on, we can do it. And over. Keep going. Last move of the day. This was actually quite a tough strength training session today. Really felt every body part. And there you go. Big clap to you. Wait, can I give you a dumbbell clap? Couldn't forget that. Well done. Excellent work. I'm so out of breath after that last one. Okay. Oh, it stopped itself. All right. All right, let's bring the heart rate down a little bit. Just do a little bit of moving of the feet and the arms. And don't forget, if you enjoyed that workout, to give it a thumbs up. And you can leave a comment for me as well below the video. Just let me know how you got on with it. But just by pressing the like button, just gives me instant feedback that you enjoyed today's workout, and also lets the YouTube algorithm know that you're enjoying my content, and it might push me out a little bit more to more people who would like to stay fit and healthy like yourselves. Okay, I think it's time we did a little bit of hamstring stretching. Okay, let's start. You can do this down on the floor, but as we have a step here today, we'll use it. And I do like my hamstring stretches raised up. I just feel a little bit more of a stretch in the back of the leg. Now, put your hands on your hips there, open up the chest. That just allows the chest to stay open rather than rounding the spine. You see a lot of people doing this. Drop your hips down. Bend that knee a little bit more. That's it, good. Hold for a few seconds and then try and bend your knee a little bit more, drop your hips down, not your chest. Look forward, find a fixed spot and look forward. I think that's the best way to keep your head up. Good, okay. Switching around, find that balance. Drop down, not your chest. Again, just put your hands on your hips and open up your chest there. Going down a little lower increases the stretch here. Very good. Okay, well done. Now, actually, let's use the step to open up our hips. If you haven't got a step, you can do this on the chair instead. Just put your hands on the seat of the chair. Put one foot either side. Lovely stretch to open up the hips again and bring in that mobility into our groin. Put your 2 feet together over the other side. Great. 2 feet together, step in, step in. Let's do around the world. Okay, find a nice spacious area for yourself to do this. And again, this is further hamstring stretching, great for the lower back and the upper body as well, shoulders, the trunk. It's a lovely, real all-round stretch, should be included in all our workouts. Around we go. And around. Let's go the other direction. That's it, good work, keep working on it. Last one. Bring your legs in a little closer. Okay, interlace your fingers, reach up and enjoy a nice full body stretch here. Keep breathing in and out. And I'd like to say a big thank you for joining me today. If you'd like to continue on with a cool down, I have cool downs linked up in the description box below the video. Lots to choose from there, and lots of mobility cool downs as well, because I think it's very important that we do work on not just stretching our muscles, but actually keeping them mobile. Drink your water, is always important to hydrate for muscle recovery, and I'll see you in the next one. Have a lovely day. See you soon.